Yo, what it be? How y'all doing? You know who this is, the chosen one, Gabriel Skywalker from the DFS Club, coming to you guys with a whopper, a 12 game slate. That's right, NBA. They scheduled 12 games in one day. Today was pretty chill, not a lot of big news. It was kind of easy going. This won't be the case here. And if you're new, this is Schroeder Skywalker from the DFS Club. He's the real star of the show, and he helps out with everything. He does Schroeder's picks when on our MLB video, so make sure you guys check that out. If you love cats, you love animals, you come to the right place. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave me a comment down below, guys. Schroeder and I would love to hear from you. So yeah, hopefully you guys got that bread today. Very low scoring slate. I think what two players scored over 50. That's it. Other than that, yeah, De'Aaron Fox, I played him, so that's how my night went. um, but yeah, the club did really good. We'll get into that later. But this is a 12 game slate, guys. I'm just gonna get right into this because I don't want to do an hour video. So let's go. So injuries. So Jaren Jackson Jr. could make his return. We'll see. Dylan Brooks is questionable. Jimmy Butler's questionable. Deadman's questionable. Bam is questionable. Hero is questionable. Keep up with me now. Um, let's go. Looks like all the Toronto guys are healthy. Dort is questionable. McDermott, Lamb, Goga, Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons, all questionable. Oh my goodness. You guys ready? Let's get into it. Let's get into this. All right. So we'll start at point guard. So Washington, Golden State. There we go, Skywalker. I can talk again. 10-9. Love Westbrook here, guys. Wasn't so high on him last night. He did get 55, though, but only played 30 minutes, which is shocking after playing 43 minutes a game before. It's just like, it seems like Washington has been playing a lot of games lately. So, but these guys are athletes. They're in top shape, so I'm not worried about it. Last time against Golden State, he got a 60. So, yeah, Russell Westbrook, one of my top pay up options at 10-9. Luka Doncic at 10-8 is also in play. He's back 61, 64, 55 in his last three. And he gets Detroit, guys. 77 and a 66 is the last two against Detroit. I do like that. So get Luka Duka in there. Steph Curry, you want to run back the Westbrook? You got the Steph Curry, 62, 63, 50. I haven't seen Steph Curry play like this in a while. With this string of games where he's this consistent. Last time against Washington, they get a 53. So basically, we have some decisions to make with our 10K players, right? This would be a good game to play three lineups. I know some of you play more than that. I play three. Hell, I might play four. Brogdon is in play. Sabonis, Miles Turner, they're either questionable or they're out. I'm not sure. But if they're both out, Brogdon's at a great price at 7-7, $200 cheaper on Fanduel. You can get him in there. And then, yeah, I'm back for the pain. So the Sacramento Minnesota game, I don't mind stacking it, even in this big 12, 24 game slate. De'Aaron Fox, though, fuck, he played. I don't know why. I don't know why he played so little minutes tonight, but he did. Maybe they're resting him for this game. That's the only thing I can think of. Last time it's Minnesota, 55, 45, 47. I don't mind going back to De'Aaron Fox. He'll be low owned again. Um, then he got Kyrie, right, who had that horrible first half. He was chalk. I faded him, though, because I knew he'd be chalk, and I was sitting there going, all right, I did the right thing. And then comes back and has a monstrous second half. So Damian Lillard's back, but probably on a minutes restriction. That takes CJ out of the mix for me. CP3 against Philly, 7.7K. I kind of like this one. Now, here's the promising thing. 38 minutes last game. So I think it went to overtime, though, but still. They'll probably get about 30, a little bit over 30 minutes, these starters. They're saving them for the playoffs, guys. Regular season, even though it's a good matchup, I don't think that it's a must win or anything like that. So just be cautious with, Chris Paul, Booker T, DeAndre Ayton, those guys. Kyle Lowry, I like at 7-7. I think he's kind of too cheap. Just make sure he's not on a minutes restriction or nothing like that, because he's going up against Brooklyn, guys. Last time against him, he got a 52 burger. Ja Morant, because Valanciunas is already out. If Dylan Brooks is out, if all those guys are out again, will he get a 73 again? Probably not. But it'll be on his shoulders to keep this game close against the Clippers. So don't mind it at 7-2. Price tag has not moved. The only thing is a lot of people are going to chase that. So if he's chalk, I'll fade it. So Mike Conley, so no Spider Mitchell again. So Conley at 6'8", not bad. It was a blowout, so that's why he only got 28 minutes, but he got 35 fantasy points. So that's promising. But this game is against Houston. Houston's at home, but I believe they're 9 or 10-point dogs. So potential blowout again. So keep that in mind. Jordan Clarkson, same thing. 6'6", price just right. You're not really getting a deal here. Yeah, that's right, Shorter. You tell him, man. You tell him. Tell him. Kobe White. So still no Zach LaVine. He's only 5'6". I love this play, guys. 38, 26, 45 in his last three. Get him in there, guys. A $100 cheaper on Fanduel. And then Tyler Hero's questionable. So if he's out, Kendrick Nunn at 5'3". I don't know how you don't go here. 38 minutes last game, 53 fantasy points, and gets San Antonio 32 and 48 in his last two against them. So I don't mind that at all. Dragic even got a 40 burger in 28 minutes. Don't mind going back here. Bruce Brown at 5'2" continues to impress. He had another great game, even though he didn't start. He still had a good game. So I don't mind going back here. If KD is out, KD didn't play today. Maybe they rested him on up because it's a back-to-back. If KD is out, Bruce Brown, get him in there. We already know Harden's out. He had a setback, so they said his timetable for return. They don't know. Derrick Rose, you can go back here. He didn't have a great game. I think he got like mid-20s fantasy points, but he's still cheap at 5'1". As long as Alex Burks is out, Derrick Rose will continue to beast. At least get the opportunity to. And Melton at 4'4", 40 minutes last game, 54 fantasy points. Again, if he gets a start, guys, get him in there at 4'4". If not, you still could. He's still cheap. He's $600 more on FanDuel, but yeah, he's still in play. Come hero high water, however you pronounce it. Delion Wright. I've been covering him. I covered him in the members only podcast today. He had another great night tonight. So I think we got to take notice here. 4-1 on DK. He's 1,200 more on FanDuel. So you're getting a really good discount on DK for Delion Wright. Don't mind stacking this game, like I said before. So, yeah, get him in there for some good value. And, guys, this slate, since it's 12 games, we're going to get a lot of news throughout the day. We're going to get a lot of news before lock. We're going to get a lot of news after lock. So God knows what it's going to look like. But I'm just going off of what we know, and I'll take some educated guesses. Reggie Jackson. So Kawhi Leonard's going to be out for a week, so he's going to be out. So, Reggie will get the start at 5'6". Price just about right. He could have one of his ceiling games, which would be like a 40. So he's in play. And that's it for my highlighted players. If I didn't cover a player that you think I should have covered, let me know in the comments too. I'm just going over, since it's such a large slate, I'm going over the players that I'm really digging. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean they're not in play. Like Brad Beal at 9-4, I don't mind that, but he's priced up. But you guys already know that. Paul George is no quiet 9-3. Again, you can go here instead of paying 10 something for those guys. He had a great game tonight. And it's against Memphis, so don't mind it. Karis LeVert, I don't mind going back here. He's had two bad games in a row, 24 and a 26. Gets OKC. I think it's a great get right game for him, especially having two bad games. This is one you want to buy low. So Karis LeVert, Brogdon, if Sabonis, Turner are out, I don't mind going there, guys. You want to do a little indie stack? Anthony Edwards, 7-1. Run it back, guys. He had a great night again tonight. 7-1 is just right. $200 cheaper on FanDuel. Get him in there. Let's see. You can go to Norman Powell at 6'6". It's just he's so hit and miss. I mean, but he is in play. Joe Ingles at 6'4". Don't mind him at all, man. He's been last 2 games, 39, 31 minutes, 53, 35 fantasy points. I would assume he'd get the start, but if he starts, I like him. If not, maybe not, but he should start with no Spider Mitchell. Next up, Kevin Herter, 5.8K, had another good game today. I still think as long as he's in this 5K range, I don't mind going to Red Velvet here, even against a tough matchup in the New York Knicks. Let's see here. We're going over Melton, Dillion Wright, Garrett Jedi Temple. So 3-3. If he starts again, he's in play, guys. 31 minutes, 28 fantasy points. Good matchup against Cleveland. $1,000 more on FanDuel. So definitely a DK play right here. Garrett Jedi Temple. Get him in there. Let's see here. And that's going to do it. So let's go to small forward. Luka Duka, 10-8. We already went over him. Michael Porter Jr., he's just, you can always rely on him. He's 7'9", so he's getting up to, he basically 8K, right? 34, 33, 2 down games. He's in a get-right position against Portland. You don't play no defense, so don't mind Michael Porter Jr. at 7'9". He's just at one of those price points where it's kind of tough to get to him. Tobias Harris is questionable, so keep your eyes out. If him and Ben Simmons miss, my favorite player probably is Danny Green. Danny Green will always come through. Let's see. Even Bojan Bogdanovic is in play at 5'9". Hopefully he gets a 30. He's been doing that his last 3. 31, 30, 30, 30, 39, 33 minutes. A lot of threes here, guys. That's good luck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 threes here. Number 3. So, yeah, get him in there. Dylan Brooks, if he misses, like I said, we'll see who starts for Memphis. We got to take the wait and see approach. Marcus Morris in play with no Kawhi at 5'7". Didn't have the best game tonight, but again, the dude should get about a 30, especially against Memphis. I like that. Will Barton finally came back and got a 52 last game, but I think that was an anomaly. But he's still in play. Don't get me wrong, but even Royce O'Neal, like I said last video, 4.5K, played 30 minutes, got 36 fantasy points. That's great value there, guys. And against Houston, last time against Houston, he got 34. So a lot of people are going to sleep on Royce O'Neal. On a 12-game slate, you could get him at like 1-2% ownership. Great GPP play. Let's see. Yeah, so Danny Green at 4.8. If Simmons and Tobias Harris are out, this is my favorite. A lot of people are going Seth Curry. No, I'm going to go Danny Green. He's more consistent. 31, 38 in his last 2, 32, 35 minutes against Phoenix. Don't mind it. And that's going to do it. But if you didn't cash tonight, don't you dare be sour, because let's go to power forward and feel the power. All right, so Julius Randle at 10-2 he had a bad night. He had a 44, I think. So that's a bad night for him. He's in a get right spot tonight against the Atlanta Hawks, where look at his history against some guys. 65, 63, 57, 65. So if you want to be real contrarian, I mean, on FanDuel, of course, he's in play. He's easy to get in on FanDuel, but on DK, you want one of the lower owned 10K guys. He should be one of them at 10.2. And that history, man, he loves playing Atlanta. Let's see. Chris Boucher, not on your life. Baisley, 6'2". I don't mind the price tag. 40 fantasy points last game. His minutes went up to 37 minutes. So he's definitely in play. Who else did we not cover here? We went over Royce. Xavier Tillman. So no Valanciunas. He got the start last game, got 41 minutes, 45 fantasy points, absolutely destroyed. I got off of him because I just wasn't sure, and it was a later game, but I'm not going to make that mistake again. Great value here. Xavier Tillman, I don't care how chalky he is. Just look at it as like a free square. So get him in there at 4.2K. Ronnis Hollis Jefferson, guys, I'm gonna go back here. He paid his price tag off tonight. He got 20 fantasy points. It seemed like he played the whole fourth quarter, and he closed out the game. So that's promising. Even though he didn't start, I still stayed with him, and he closed the game out and got a ton of minutes. So that's gonna his minutes should go up. But yeah, RHJ, get him in there at 3.5. That is great value. All I need is to get you is a 20. So okay, so for Indy here, really banged up at center. So if Sabonis is out, if Miles Turner's out, and if Goga is out because he did get injured last game, Brissett played 24 minutes, 24 fantasy points. He would be in play at 3.1K, even if he comes off the bench. That's just really good value. Jakar Sampson, too, could get the start if those guys are all out. He's bare minimal at 3K. Just a low, minutes, fantasy points per minute guy. But, I mean, if he's going to start, he's going to start. So let's go to center. All right. So center, Jokic is in play against Portland. Who's going to stop him? Nobody. 11K. Looks like he's back to the Jokic before the All-Star break. 79-66 in his last two. Played 45 minutes last game. It was overtime. I get it. But still, definitely in play. Embiid is in play, especially if Simmons and Tobias Harris are out at 10-6. Centers do pretty good against Phoenix. Last time against them, he got a 50. Before that, a 78. And before that, a 62. So Joel Embiid, get him in there at 10-6. Cat went absolutely nuclear tonight, and he gets the same matchup. So if you want to run it back again, Cat at 10-4, I don't mind. I didn't see how many minutes he played, but he's always done good against Sacramento. 53, 51, 40, and a 73. Broke the slate tonight, top scorer. Get him in there at 10-4, and it's Schroeder's favorite player. What can I say? Let's see. So yeah, Goga, if he plays and starts at 4-2, you got to get him in there. And I already told you plan B and plan C. So DeAndre Jordan, if he starts again at 4K, you should only get that if KD's out. If KD's in, I don't think he's going to start. He might not even play. But if he starts again at 4K, I don't mind it against Toronto. Daniel Gafford, 3.9K. Man, why don't they give him more minutes? I wonder about these. Space and I just go off on these coaches and the members only podcast, man. There's some smart coaches out there and there's some really dumb coaches. I'm not giving this man 30 minutes a game. What are you doing? Points per minute monster. So Gafford at 3.9. I still think he's going to play, guys. At that price point, he needs to get you at 20. And 21, 26, 34 in his last three. Get him in there. Dedmon's questionable. I'm happy to see Triple J back, though. I love playing him. But he'll probably be on a minutes limit. All right, guys. So let's go to the optimizer here and let's put together some night before lineups. So DK, we got to make a choice here. So we'll do a Westbrook line. Don't mind Jedi Temple, O'Neal, Baisley's all right. But let's pay down here a little bit. What's up, Schroeder? All right, he almost knocked me out there with the flying lunge. RHJ, don't mind that. Let's see if we can keep Julius Randle, Tillman. We don't have to keep Conley. Let's see. Schroeder, stop doing that, man. You're shaking the camera. You give everyone a freaking. They're gonna get sick. We can go Morris, Reggie, Kobe White. I'll go Kobe White. So this one is not bad. This one you can fit Julius Randle and Russ, and it's with Jedi Temple, O'Neal, RHJ, Brogdon also, and Tillman. I like that one. So let's go to Fanduel. All right, so Fanduel is a lot easier to get your studs in here. So I'm going to go off of ownership as far as center goes. Whoever's the least owned out of these three, that's who I'm going to play. But for now, I'm going to put in Jokic. Let's see. Power forward. Ooh, they jacked Julius up, didn't they? Orange Julius. Schroeder. We got to get Tillman in there if he's going to start. And then Baisley, 6K. Don't mind it. Let's see. Here we go. Gafford, you can go Sampson, RHJ. I'll go RHJ. All right, so we're underweight now on salary. Love Edwards, Bogdanovic, Melton. I don't mind it. Can we do a Russell Westbrook line too? I think we can. I think we can. Come on now. Deleon Wright. I mean, shit. He's been playing great. Let's do Deleon Wright. And for Detroit, all the starters are back, so it's just like, yeah. And then we can pay down here. We can get Joe Ingles. This is a great play. So yeah, I like this one. So Westbrook, Wright, Gary Trent is okay. Let me change this up though. I don't know. Can I get King George in here too? I'm gonna have to pay down. I like Edwards. Let's see if we can't fit King George. It's gonna be tough because every slate is gonna be stars and scrubs from here on in. It's just how it's gonna be, guys. I don't think we gotta go to Brissett, do we? But we can go to Temple, Jedi Temple. We gotta save 1,500 now. It's gonna be tough. We can go Melton. Can we? Who else do we got? Anybody? That's a negative, Ghost Rider. That's a negative. I think Deleon Wright was like the lowest I'd go here. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to lose Anthony Edwards. But if you want to get Russ, Paul George, those guys in, now you can afford Capella, DeAndre Jordan, but I kind of want to pay up on this slate. Even if we put in Embiid, we only got to save 600 somewhere. Where is it going to be? Fuck. If we take out Edwards though, don't really, not really digging it. But we can put Danny Green, Boyan in here. Let's go. Damn it, I don't want to do it. I don't want to take them out. I'm trying to get you guys a winning lineup here. Man, oh man, oh man. Terrence Mann did start tonight. I didn't see how he did though. I mean, you still could do like Reggie Jackson, Reggie Bullock. You can do. He's just so scoring dependent. So let's go. All right, so I don't think we can do it, guys, because I don't want to really. So I don't think we won't be able to fit Paul George. We can fit Levert, Ingles, Herter, Brown. Let's go Levert, guys. I have a sneaking suspicion he's gonna bounce back. So Westbrook, Wright, Levert, Melton, Temple, Edwards, Tillman, RHJ, Joel Embiid, or still can't fit Jokic. We can go to Cat though. I'll go to Cat. Save lineup here. So that's for you guys. That's for the members. And this is Draft Dashboard, guys. It's only $1 for 30 days. Click on the link in the description below. You yourself can have Draft Dashboard, where you get all my access to all my saved lineups, all my watch players, those lineup optimizer. The player trends. Who's trending up? Who's getting in the old cat box? Sleepers and studs of the slate, the position optimizer, and the NBA cheat sheet. Because if you can't win cheat, it's got the best studs, best mid tier, best value. This is Draft Dash 4, guys. And if you want to join the family, guys, where you get my lineups, my cheat sheets, the ownership, the projections for every single sport, it's dfsclub.com, guys. You got two providers in one. You got DFS Space, my brother from another mother. Got myself, and you get every sport known to mankind. Everything. Click join now. Click on my logo, Skywalker DFS, and then pick your plans, guys. Again, our year plan is cheaper than everybody else's monthly plan for one sport. You get every single sport. 1 hour before lock, members only podcast. You get all access to everything. Prize picks, we got everything, guys. 500 of your closest family members got your back. dfsclub.com. And that's going to do it for the video, guys. DFS Club, when we have a smaller slate, I'll show you guys winnings on the video like I always do, but we're already at 26 minutes. So Schroeder and I are going to say a prayer for all of you, and then Schroeder and I are going to get up out of here and see if we can't fit in an MLB video, right? All right. So let's say a prayer, put our little pause together. You ready? Oh, and shout out to my dental assistant tonight. She was asking about the channel, and hopefully she subscribed. So shout out to her. Very nice lady. So all right, so are you ready? God bless you. God bless your families. God bless the pets. Exactly, the pets. Here we go. You ready? Let's get this bread. Don't take shit from nobody. Absolutely nobody. He says, my name's Gabriel Skywalker. This is Schroeder Skywalker. We're out, you guys. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. Take care.